So I'm here with the lovely Lolo from Portland Nursery on Stark Street, and we're going to be talking about a lot of little things right now, but specifically this weather has been unique this spring, and it's had an effect on plants.
Definitely. We've been all over the map. We had a gorgeous sunny weekend, and we had also cold weather too, and hail. And some of the things to be watching out for in the garden is what maybe possible cold damage or hail damage might be looking like on our plants.
Because a lot of people will see this and think disease, and it isn't.
And they can spring back. Here we have a lot of puck marks from the hail that we had last week on this sedum here.
And the new stuff doesn't have it, you can see.
Yeah, exactly. So it's growing out of it. It's going to be just fine.
Which, if this were a real disease, the new leaves would have it as well.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And you can see some of that on the cabbage starts too.
Yeah, you sure can.
Just tiny little flecks, and it's just from the weather. And they'll grow out, and the new growth in there is just fine.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's really not going to damage the plant.
Exactly. It's making them tougher.
Yes, that's what we're going to go with anyway.
Yes.
And I noticed these almost look fried.
Exactly. We've got a little dieback on the tips, and that's from some of the cooler nights that we've been having.
So a frost would do that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
But again, not dead.
Exactly.
It'll come back from it.
Yes.
Now, you know, vegetables, a lot of people want to put in their cold crop vegetables when in early spring.
Right.
Give us some information on the best way to go about that.
You want to make sure with leafy crops like lettuce and spinach, they need to have good drainage to withstand the cold temperatures and all our rain.
So it's really not the cold so much as wet cold on their feet.
Exactly.
Okay.
So having raised beds or planting them in containers are a couple of strategies to help with drainage.
Nice.
The other thing is you could just cover them with a light frost blanket or something to help mediate the rain coming in.
I've even seen little hoop houses now, tiny ones for like rows of vegetables.
Yep. Yep.
And everybody wants tomatoes. I know, I love them too.
Yep.
But really, there's some caution that you need to take with. They're hot weather plants.
There's a lot of caution to be taken with tomatoes. Their growth patterns are stunted by temperatures below 55 degrees. So if you have about 3 or 4 nights where your temperatures are really low, it can really slow them down.
But there are some things to do to help facilitate keeping them warm.
Exactly. You can keep them warm with cozy coats and walls of water. And essentially, it's plastic circular structures then filled with water, and that holds the heat in. Another thing you can do is cover the ground with a plastic mulch.
The red mulch.
The red mulch. I've also used black plastic as well. It helps raise the soil temperature, and I also found it's good for helping prevent disease on tomatoes.
Yes, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Now, I see some pamphlets laying over here. What's going on with those?
One of our indispensable guides is our vegetable calendar. This is available online on our website, which is www.portlandnursery.com, and available at both of our locations. Why it's so wonderful is because it tells you exactly when you can plant things.
Well, you can't get much easier than that.
Exactly, and it gives you a spacing chart. And we also have some ideas for edible containers, so how you can grow food in containers.
And I think people forget, we're so thinking about color in containers, but vegetables, really many of them do quite well.
Oh, and they're gorgeous too.
Yep.
And then our third one is tips on tomatoes, because like you said, everyone loves planting those tomatoes.
It's really true. All of us are so anxious for spring and summer to get here and get our vegetables growing, but use a little common sense and caution, and one of the best ways to do that is call Portland Nursery or go to their website and get some of these great pamphlets you can print out, or come in and talk to the staff here and just get some information to make sure that you're protecting your plants. Laura, always a delight, my dear.
Great. Thanks, William.